Hello students, welcome back to this session on EMFT and wave propagation. So this is a tutorial session on EMFT and wave propagation. So before watching videos here, I recommend you to watch the videos where I discuss the basic concepts of this subject. So I am having this tutorial on unit 2. So please watch all of the lecture series on the unit 2 first and then come here. Okay, so here we are going to discuss only the questions and we are not going in the detailed derivations. So we'll be directly taking the formula, applying the formula. So now the question is, if potential difference V is minus 3xy square z cube, then determine E. So what is V? Potential difference. What is E? Electric field intensity. So we need to find the relationship between V and E. So I know actually the relationship between V and E. So in the previous video I also talked about V and E, but there I had the reverse. We were finding out V. Now here we have to find out E. You should be very careful in applying the formulas here. Okay, so E is equal to minus del of V. So I have discussed about this formula also. So if you want to see from where this formula came, you can go and watch the previous video. So now here E is equal to minus del V. What is del? I hope you have seen the video on the del operator. What is del? Del operator is del upon del x ax plus del upon del y ay plus del upon del z az. So this is my del operator. Why I took the del operator for the Cartesian coordinate? Because here I was having x, y and z. In the terms of x, y and z only my V was denoted. So V was in the Cartesian coordinate system. So I will take del also in the Cartesian coordinate system because I have to apply del on the V. So now here I will be finding out E with this formula. E will be equal to minus of del V by del x ax plus del V by del y ay plus del V by del z az. What it is? It is the negative of the gradient. Okay, I hope you have seen the previous video where we discussed about the gradient. What is the input to the gradient? The input to the gradient will be always some scalar field. And what is the output? The output will be always a vector field. So here we are having the input V. V is here, you can see it's a scalar quantity. We don't have any direction to the V given in the question. Now we'll be finding out E. E will be having some direction. So let's find out E. We already know potential difference is a scalar quantity, electric field intensity is a vector quantity. So here it is also proved potential was scalar and whatever electric field we are finding out, it is vector. So our formula is correct now. So E will be equal to minus del of, let's put the value of V, it is minus 3xy square z cube by del x ax plus del of minus 3xy square z cube by del y ay plus del of minus 3xy square z cube upon del z az. So this is my E. Now I know the partial differentiation. It is very simple and we can easily find out the partial differentiation here. So here we'll be having negative sign. The partial differentiation of 3xy square z cube with respect to x. So y square and z cube are the constant with respect to x. So I took them outside. What is the partial differentiation of minus 3x? So it will be minus 3 only. Actually minus 3 was also constant and I could have taken minus 3 also outside, then that time I will be left out with del x upon del x which was equal to 1. So here I will be left out with minus 3y square z cube. plus here we'll be having del of minus 3x y square z cube with respect to del y. So whatever constants are here, we'll be taking them outside. So here we have constant minus 3x and z cube, and what is del upon del y of y square? It is 2 of y. Now we'll be having the constant here minus 3x y square. These are constant here, and we have to take the partial derivative of z cube, which is 3z square. So now this is my E, so I can simplify it and I can write it down as 3y square z cube ax. So here I left out ax, ay and az. So please write ax, ay and az with each of the terms. Don't forget it in any of the step. If you forget it like me, you will be getting a wrong answer. So avoid missing out ax, ay and az or the direction. So here we'll be having negative of negative 3. So it will be plus 3x z cube into 2 of y. So it will be 3 into 2 will be 6. So this is my ay direction. Now here negative of negative will again be positive. Here 3 into 3 will be 9. So it will be xy square z square az. So this is my electric field intensity, and it is in xyz direction. So now I hope you got how I found out the electric field intensity when the voltage or potential difference was given. So it's a simple question. Now we'll move towards the second question. A conductor in xy plane and having length 1 meter is moving with the velocity v is equal to 2I plus 3j plus k. Now velocity is also a vector quantity. This is why it is written like this: meter per second. A magnetic induction field B is equal to I plus 2j Weber per meter square is applied to the conductor. The potential difference between the ends of the conductor is. So now what all things are given? Velocity is given, magnetic field induced magnetic field is given. Now what is I have to find out? I have to find out the potential difference. I know the formula of force. Force is equal to Q V cross B. Because V is given, B is given, I can easily find out force, and force is equal to Q into E. I know this formula. I know the relationship between electric field intensity and force. So QE is equal to F, which is equal to QV cross B. So I can easily cancel out Q, and E will be equal to V cross B simply. Now I hope there is no confusion. I need to find out the potential difference. If I know E, I can easily find out potential difference. So let's find out E first. So E is V cross B. What is V? V is 2I 3j plus k. So if I have to find out cross product, so I'll be taking I, j, k or the unit vectors in the first row. In the second row, I will be taking the coefficients of V, which is 2, 3 and 1. So it was here, actually formula was minus Q V cross B. So here I'll be having minus V cross B. So we'll be taking out minus at the end of this question. So now what is B? B is I plus 2j, and here k coefficient is not there, so it is 0. So now we can find out E. E will be equal to I. So I will be leaving out this column, I will be leaving out this row. 3 into 0 will be 0, 2 into 1 will be 2. So I 0 minus 2 minus j. So I will be leaving this column, I will be leaving this row. 2 into 0 will be 0, minus 1 into 1 is 1. So now plus k cap. So here I will be leaving this column, I will be leaving this row. So 4 minus 3. So now I know what is E. E will be equal to negative of, so here we'll be having minus 2I plus j plus k. So I will be taking its negative. So here E will be equal to 2i plus j plus k. Now what I need to find out? I need to find out v. I need to have the relationship between v and e now. So now what also is given? Length is also given, and I know the relationship between v and e. V is equal to e into L. So this relation I know. So in the previous video also we did two questions. We solved two questions based upon this formula. If you have still not seen the previous video, you can watch that video and you can see how with the help of this formula I can find out the potential difference. When I know E, I can easily find out the potential difference. So now what is E? We'll be taking the magnitude of E. So it will be equal to under root 2 plus 1 plus 1. So it is under root 4. Under root 4 is equal to 2. So magnitude of E I know. What is the length? Length I know it is 1 meter. So V is 2 into 1, which is 2 volt. So now here I have found out the potential difference with the velocity and the induction of magnetic field. So if I know the induced value of the magnetic field and the velocity and the length of the conductor, with all of these I can find out the force. With force I can find out the electric field intensity, and with electric field intensity I can simply find out what is potential difference. So this is how I can have the relationship between the potential difference or the electrostatics and the magnetostatics. So we have covered a lot of questions upon the unit 2. Now we will moving towards the unit 3. So I hope you will be joining me in the next session. It will be going to be a really interesting session. So stay tuned for that video, and if you still have any doubt, what you can do, you can put the doubt in the comment and I will try to revert as soon as possible, or you can directly reach out to me. So thank you so much.